Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you a PS to the 25th day of flows because I went back and I kind of cleaned up my connector a little bit more. I wanted to show you. And then if any part of what I'm about to show you interests you, let me know in the description below and we'll do a follow-up next year. But first thing I did, I changed the color to pink because it's a pink cocktails, and I didn't want to have in the beginning, the way I had done this, you just could type here anything you want, but I wanted to make it a little bit more user friendly, so I put all the different drinks that I keep in my bar. So maybe this is for all of my friends at Microsoft that want to come drinking at my house. These are the only types of alcohol I have in my bar. So getting a recipe for something else ain't going to get you far because that's all I have. Now, you could still enter a custom value if you want to because the API accepts many different drinks outside of those. But I figured if I'm going to share this, I'll make it easy. I'll give them, and that's called a static dropdown. So you can populate it statically with whatever you want. All right. Then, after I did that, I had this guy have a dynamic dropdown, and basically it's looking at the cocktails that have the ingredient gin in it. And so this is dynamically searching all the cocktails, and it's returning the value of ID. So kind of like when you select a list in SharePoint, you pick a list and it gives you the ID in the back end. This is the same way this dropdown works. It's letting you pick any drink, and then it translates that into a cocktail ID. So I believe, let me just not have so much stuff here. What's here? Oh, the other thing I wanted to do is, since this is already an apply to each against drinks, I'm like, why didn't I just put these both together? Okay, let's take this out. Let's see what we got here. Drink name and instructions. I said I can put this up here. Nope, can't. All right, let's look at it one more time, make sure I don't have anything. We got stuff in here. All right, now we can move it up there. And then I can delete this second apply to each because there wasn't a need for two. And then I'll put those things back. So recipe name. And notice that I cleaned up all of my dynamic tokens too. Now they actually speak English. So they don't say, but the original name is directly underneath them because I didn't bother to add descriptions, but you most definitely could. So I'm gonna put the drink name and then the instructions here. Where's instructions? Here. And then I wanted the title of the drink, which is drink name, and the category after that. And so I cleaned up my dynamic tokens to include real words, both for the get cocktail recipe action and the get list cocktails by ingredient. I gave them all real names. Of course, I can add descriptions too. So I'm going to end up with an API that I'm probably going to actually share with friends at work um, because we like to make cocktails. And I'll just test this. Only thing I don't remember, do you remember where I put this? Like what team site? I don't remember. Okay, so let's look. So this went to adaptive cards. So teams. And here it is. So it works just as well. I just wanted to kind of clean up, as you can see, make it a little bit easier for people to use by adding the dynamic drop downs. The drop downs. So in this case, I added a static drop down because I had a limited amount of alcohol. So it made sense for me to make that static if it's for someone coming to my house. And then this one, however, is dynamic. It can call based on the parameter coming from the first one. And so it's really cool, all the capabilities you have, and then also to have the capability to give all your actions the names and stuff that you want. And it does take a little bit more effort, but I think the more detail oriented you are about the whole thing, the more likely it is that your connectors will be appreciated and liked by those who use it. Um, you'll notice that I also cut out a lot of the responses from the recipe because I didn't need all that. And so I took some of those out. Um, I like that I have the thumbnail here that I can put on an adaptive card. That's an actual photo of the drink. Um, let's see if I have an adaptive card handy that we could use for that. Let's go to adaptivecards.io. There's the color I picked. I like that pink. Adaptivecards.io. And then open sample. Let's see, what does this food order look like? This is pretty decent. Oops. Oops, I deleted everything. Okay, don't need this. I just want something with a picture in it. And we'll put the instructions there and the drink name there. How about that? So let's copy this. Go over here, back to our flow. You know I love adaptive cards, right? So it doesn't take much to convince me to post one. So adaptive card. Post your own adaptive card as a flow bot to the channel. And then I'll put it on that same channel. We'll put it in the same team, same channel. And then the message here will be that adaptive card. Instead of your registration is almost complete, this is going to be the name of the drink. So drink name. Instead of what type of food do you prefer, we'll put the instructions. What else do we need? For the image, this is where we're going to use that thumbnail. And I'll make it large as well. Oops, my little finger slipped. Large. I'll also put large here. So if I get an error, it's because I don't know how to type large. All right, let's see what that looks like. So now it's going to post both the message and the card, so you can kind of see the difference. And then we'll go back to Teams as soon as it finishes. I want to make sure there's no error because I did type large weird. Okay, here we go. And so there we go. There's the actual recipe, you know, the way we had it before. And here it is with the title, the instructions, and the picture of the drink. I actually do like this the best. You know how we could make that better is if we didn't put it in a column. I believe this is in a column. Oh no, it's just a small image set. I would like that wider. And I believe there's a way to do that, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. You get the point. But this is kind of cool.